I tell you, I don't have problem with them filming or running it because it's if the rules of the country allow you. I think the best that Virat can do is request. If the journalist obliges, as I think she did, then great. If she does not, also I can't do much, right? Because the rules don't allow. But I have a problem with how Australia are back to their old dirty tricks, and that is the fact. Because they do it every time. I'd given you examples that when that whole monkey gate happened, so long as you left it to monkey gate, it was fine. But I know that they kept putting pressure on Harbajansingh outside of it. They would ask nasty questions, shove mics in his mouth, haunt him wherever he was going to eat. Because that's what I'm trying to say. It's not by chance, and I mentioned it in the previous show. It's actually a reality that it's not just the Australian team that sometimes have been accused of showing that mongrel mentality and attacking like a pack of wolves. It's actually that entire ecosystem and the media included. And I'll tell you why. She has so nicely agreed, the journalist, the same channel journalist, of not showing the images, good on her, to make some sort of room for the request that Virat put. But look at how they've used this this was their anchor and reporter, and see the tone of it. It's not merely reporting. Firstly, if you've decided not to use the kids' images or whatever, you should have let it go. It shouldn't have been any piece of news. Yet they carried that, and look at the way they've carried. I'll play the audio.
Superstar Viratkohli has been involved in a fiery confrontation at Melbourne Airport.
Fiery confrontation, huh? It wasn't a confrontation, as you saw, right? You said she obliged. But I'm just trying to tell you, this is pressure tactics. Listen to this.
Tensions have flared ahead of the Boxing Day Test.
And you accuse Indian media of being sensational. Tensions have flared ahead of the next test. These are tensions. This is something like major, anything happened. They filmed him. He went and told that, please don't. The journalist said, okay. But this is how they're reporting it. And I'll tell you why.
Well, Mike, he's certainly no stranger to attention.
He's no stranger to attention. Just see the choice of
the Indian superstar. But this exchange today just shows it's a little more than the Aussie quicks that are getting under Kohli's skin now.
This shows that it's not just the Australian fast bowlers, but a lot of other things are getting under Virat Kohli's skin. Now, please tell me if this is not pressure tactics.
At Melbourne Airport earlier today with his family in tow. No teammates, but security there as well. It was upon seeing the waiting cameras that Kohli and his kids weren't in fact being filmed, even going so far as to shake the Channel 7.
Listen to the last bit.
Hand, so all just a misunderstanding. What it does show is the simmering tensions on and off the field between these two teams. Locked at one apiece. It all comes to Melbourne Boxing Day in front of a record day one crowd. It's going.
So see, if you accuse Indian media of sensationalism, Channel 7 reporters just told everyone, hold my coffee, beer, whatever you want to use, and we'll show you how it is done. So don't tell me that since they have very kindly agreed to not show the images, for them it's the end of the matter, yet you make it as your prime time news item and you portray it that he's under pressure. It's telling you how tension there is simmering underneath. It's not just the Aussie quicks that are getting to him, even everything else is getting under his skin. And what else did they start by saying that he's no stranger to attention. All this, usage, whatever word. That's why I tell you, remember we had that debate earlier when Shashwat was around.
There's also ban running Virat Kohli loses cool.
Exactly. My point is that this is typical pressure tactics, that no matter how sane you are, no matter how calm you are, no matter how collected you are as a player, when these kind of things start happening, it will have impact on your performance. See, at the end of the day, everyone's seeking peace of mind, right? When you're trying to get back into form, you're trying to get back into runs. They try their level best, which is why I say the paper headlines will be like that. Malcolm Corn and all were writing those headlines, I remember, during the 2008. You needed someone like the English cricketer Peter Roebuck. Peter Roebuck was the only guy who's also English.
Even Gideon Haig to a certain extent.
No, but in that 2008, it was Peter Roebuck who actually called out the way Ricky Ponting was behaving and the team was behaving. He said they were like a pack of dogs or something like that. He was the one who wrote it. He said because that's exactly how they behaved. Ricky Ponting was obnoxious on the press conference. And by the way, it's not a rant. That's why I sometimes feel the same players who were, who almost abused India, mistreated the players, were nasty with them. Now we honor them with IPL contracts. They are made coaches ahead of our Indian players, and now they love everything about India, the food, the teams, players. They'll talk glowingly about Rishabh Pant, Virat Kohli. But I'm sorry, when they were playing, they even crossed the line 10 times more than anyone else. And it wasn't just a Ricky Ponting, it used to be an ecosystem. Same thing. Some things don't change. Same thing is happening now. And this report is just meant to put Virat Kohli down, and by extension the Indian team, because whatever said and done, it does affect everyone, right? An unnecessary thing is created. Exactly what they did in 2008, which is why I tell you what India did in that Perth Test match 2008. Now, after the pressure that they had and the media writing about them, people saying things about them, what happened in the Sydney Test before that, I mean, hats off to the nerves of steel that Harbajansingh and co had. Any normal person, you and I am telling you, no matter how headstrong we are, it'll affect us. We will, we could be very confident of our skills, but when these kind of things happen, when you get scrutinized, wherever you go, you don't even read social media, but when you face all of this, when you're walking out to a cafe to eat, when you see the newspaper or you see the news channel there, it affects you. And it somewhere pushes you to perform below your optimum level. And yet for them to have nerves of steel to perform at that level, incredible. I'm sure Virat is also that kind of a guy. He's faced many things in the past. He'll do it. But you can't fault Australia for not trying. The Australian cricketing ecosystem, back to those old shenanigans.